Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. How y'all doing this evening? So I've decided, as y'all have seen, I like going on the evenings, the end of a Monday, right? Because for many people, Monday is really hectic, really stressful, trying to get everything done, trying to get your ducks in a row for the week if you didn't do it on Sunday. So Monday might make people fluster having something in the morning or the afternoon. But after we all survived our Monday, maybe having a little motivational chat may be more beneficial. So here I am. For those who do not know me, my name is Lakeeya Natasha, and I am a licensed clinical social worker, mental health therapist, and a wellness coach. I have 2 businesses. Yes, 2. Transitions for Life, which is my private practice that I do telehealth and mobile therapy. I do crisis work. I do ESA evaluations and all that good stuff. I do clinical supervision. I love that job. And I have a business with my husband called One Trip Over the Moon, where we do all things wellness. Our mission is to make busy working professionals, helping professionals get back outside in nature, connect with themselves and others, and build healing communities. So that is my business. If you do not follow my business pages and you support me, go ahead and like and share my business pages and like and share this video or any of my motivational Monday videos. I will not delete them, so you can always go back if you want to reference them, share them with anyone that comes across your heart or mind, or want to save them for yourself to listen to later. So there we go. So this evening, I'm going to drink my tea. So for me, I'll just say this quirks about me. I don't like being cold at all, so I hate the AC. So in the summertime, you will always see me with like some kind of sweater on. I'm always drinking hot tea. I don't like being cold at all. I have to be wrapped up all the time. So that's why I got the sweater on, and it's so hot outside. Okay, so today we're going to talk about personal investments. And I think this is important when you're talking about healing. As I stated on my other videos, all of these come from the perspective of, yes, I am a mental health professional. Yes, I am a wellness coach. Yes, I'm a mother. Yes, I am a business owner. Yes, I am a wife. But all those things play a role in the answers that I say and the things that I discuss. But I like to come on here as a woman first, and just share my experiences and just the wisdom I got over the years as well. So on these talks, I will be transparent, open, and honest like I am with all my posts. So thank you for coming on here with me. So personal investments. What does it mean to invest in yourself? For me, taking time out for yourself to advance, right, is any kind of investment. When you're like, you think about finances, you invest money, you expect the money to grow, right? Put money into whether it's a stock market or a bond or a CD or whatever you put your money in. You're hoping that you put it in there for it to grow, not to decrease, right? So that's the same thing with our healing. Have we really invested what we needed to get the healing that we want? And a lot of times, if we're honest, we can honestly say, no, we do not invest the time, the energy, the money into the things that make us better as people, as individuals. So I wrote down some areas in which we should. Hello, good evening. When you come on, say hello. I will not bite you. Like I know who I'm talking to. So personal investment, I wrote down personally investing in your growth, investing in your knowledge, investing in your finances, investing in your love, right? Whether it's self-love, romantic love, friendship love, family love, whatever, invested in that. So I think when you think about self-healing, it's not in isolation. So I do say self-healing, but it has to be something higher than yourself to help you do this, right? So I'll say that. But when I say self-healing, what I mean is self-accountability. Like you are doing the work to get the results you want, right? So for many years, I would like start and stop weight loss journeys, and I would start and stop like going to the gym or getting on like health kicks or using health products or whatever the case may be. I would start and stop and start and stop. Because when I start anything, I want the results tomorrow. And that's like anything that I do. How you doing, Kim? Good evening. Yeah, so I wanted instant results. So if I'm not seeing instant results, of course I'm going to give up, right? But investments, sometimes long-term investments take time. Like you cannot touch, like if it's a money thing, you cannot touch that money for like X years before you can see a return. So why do I think I'm going to go to the gym one day and then like have flat tummy and I want like abs? Like it's not going to happen. The people who have those bodies either was gifted genetically to have those bodies or they worked really hard on those bodies, right? They doing crunches probably every day. Do I do crunches every day? No. So why can I expect the same result of someone who is doing crunches every day? So that's what I mean by personal investment. I'm understanding that whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. And what you want for yourself, you can't compare your journey, your walk with anyone else because you are the only you. So even if someone has a life similar to yours, they might have the same traumas, they might have the same, grew up in the same neighborhood, they might have similar parents that you had. Yeah, it could be your sibling, right? Have the same exact parents that you have. You cannot compare your journeys or your past. And you cannot just duplicate what someone else do and say, I'm going to get that same result, because you're going to be upset every single time. Now, certain formulas in life is just like what everyone can do, but it's in different ways. Like we all should practice self-care, right? But the way I practice self-care and the way you practice self-care be two different ways. Like we all should have good money management, but depending on how much money you have to work with, how much debt, how much responsibilities, who you have helping you, what resources you have involved, that will look different for everyone. Having healthy boundaries. Some people start off the gate with families that set up structure where you can feel safe enough to have boundaries early in life. And sometimes you don't learn those things until later on in life. So when I say healthy boundaries, that might mean something different for everyone. And it's okay, right? So when I say personal investment, it's for you to take a personal inventory on your own life and areas that you know you have not been pouring into yourself. So I'll start with knowledge, right? You don't have to go to college to be an educated person. I've met many educated people who did not go to college, right? But they have some kind of knowledge base. They know something, whether it's, a handyman who, like, they're amazing what they can do and put together. Construction workers, they may have to go to a trade school or take a certification, knowledge people who just study how to take care of hair and skin, and they didn't go to college, but they might have to take courses or a licensure or whatever, right? So knowledge is different for everyone. But if you want to do something and you don't have the knowledge, have you really invested in yourself to do that, right? So very early in life, I knew I wanted to help people, even as a little girl. And it varied what I wanted to do as I got older, right? Sometimes it was a teacher, sometimes it was a lawyer. Most people have the dream when you're little kid, before you understand the corruption in politics. You'd be like, I want to be the first Black woman president. We all, most of us say stuff like that because you just want to help, right? And then over time, you realize like how you can help in different capacities. Everyone doesn't have to be a teacher, but we all can teach, right? We all don't have to go to college, but we all can learn something, how we're investing. So once I recognized that, I really felt the longing to be a therapist. I realized like that is a field that you have to have a degree in. Not that all therapists with degrees are good therapists, right? And there's some people that are amazing at giving advice and maybe even seem like counseling that do not have degrees, right? But if they feel, drawn to that field, then go back to school and get the degree to continue to do what you do, right? So the knowledge is important to invest in that. Whatever you, maybe you already have your career, you already finished school, you already walking in your truth, and you have like some passions. Hello, good evening. You may have some passions. So recently, Walt went back and started taking art classes. Now, he is a natural artist, born in a family of professional artists. He is an artist, but he's passionate about it, and he wants to grow his knowledge in different techniques. So guess what? He signed up for some art classes. And I was so proud of him to do that, because for most people like me who are not artists, I was just like, he's really good at what he do. But when you are really serious about personal development, you're going to go the extra mile, in that thing that you want to walk in, right? And he wanted to spend more time in his artistry. So he went to class, and he was doing classes for a few months, and it didn't end, and then he signs up for another one, and that's what it is. So it doesn't have to be go to college. It can be go to a class, go to a workshop, find a mentor that's doing what you're doing, but pour time, effort, money into whatever that you want to do to gain knowledge and whatever you're interested in. So that is your personal investment. The next one is finances. So you think it's kind of clear cut. We all need to be good stewards of the money that we have, right? And right now in 2023, money don't stretch as it used to even 5, 10, 15 years ago, right? Especially not from like back in the day, right? So it's important if you want to have a certain amount. And everyone is different. Everybody wants a different lifestyle. For me, I said this before, that my idea of success and what it means to be successful changed over the years. So at first, it was, let me work myself to death to make X dollars. And I was very happy coming from a very impoverished place, my childhood, my adolescence, my young adulthood, my mid-adult, like always struggle. The fact that I was able to work and provide for myself and my family in a way, I was proud of that. And then my success story became how much more money I can make, or what can I do, right? So for me, Now it's like, okay, time is success to me, and freedom is success for me. Rest is a success for me. So if I can find the minimum amount of work I can do to get the maximum value, that's what I'm going to opt to do. You know, like as long as I'm able to like have some semblance of good quality of life, like I'd rather work less than to do that. Everybody can't do that, but we all are prioritizing what we think we should have and don't recognize we can live with much, much less, right? We should, just for the, saving of this planet, we have to stop consuming so much. So that's a different aside. But for finances, how are you investing into yourself? Did you start a savings account? Easy. That's an easy one. Whether it's $1 a week, $10 a week, $100 a week, start somewhere. It will grow. Talk to a financial advisor or a financial coach. When I was going on this healing journey, which I'm still on, this healing journey, it was a point where I was like, okay, I want to start working on my finances. So I started working with a financial coach that can kind of guide me through, because guess what? I don't have all the knowledge about finances. And that's the one thing about personal growth and development. You know where you're lacking in knowledge. And if you don't have the knowledge and you ain't going back to school to get the knowledge, guess what? You're going to connect with the person that has the knowledge that can help you. So in this way, I went to a financial coach, and if anybody want her information, I can just send me an inbox and I'll send you her information. It's up to you to contact her, right? I can't handhold in this process because this is personal development. I had to learn that as personal growth myself, is that I'm not everyone's therapist and I'm not everyone's coach, right? And I'm not everyone's social worker. So what I've learned is when people say, well, what did you do? Or how did you do it? I'll begin to walk people through step by step and doing what I would do with a client, instead of just saying like, here's the information. If you want it as bad enough as I did, you'll figure out the steps to it, right? So not gatekeeping, giving people the information, sharing what I use, sharing the resources I have with the people I met or the organizations, and saying, hey, you can do the same thing here. Right? So that was personal growth and investment in my own time, and giving myself boundaries, right? So that's personal growth. We'll talk about that. Finances. So saving on any level that you can save, paying down any debts that you have. If you don't have debts, then great. Don't get debts. And or have minimum debt, and start some kind of saving, whatever your goal is. Making sacrifices is also a personal investment. So for me, I love to travel. I love to, over the last, y'all see I travel, so I don't even have to explain to y'all. I love to travel. I would love to get paid to travel, but until I hit that level, it's an investment to do that. But if I have other financial goals, I have household goals, me and Walt have our own financial goals that we want to do and certain amounts we want to save. Next year, we decided together as a family that no international travel in 2024 at all. Unless we have like some huge, thing happen where we can do it. But not until we hit our financial goal will we be doing international travel. And I respected that, and I honored that, and I'm excited about that, because so much time comes with so much time is spent worrying about what you're gonna do next, for me anyway, that I don't really enjoy just the here and now and the peace I have, because I always ripped and run. That was like almost my safety net. So ripping and running and planning and doing was my way of escape from the reality of my here and now throughout my life, right? And I'm not in that place anymore. So I have to sit still for a little bit and recoup for all that time that I did rip and run and spend and lend and gift and travel and all of that. I'm on a reserve year. So I'm really excited about that. But that is a personal investment. And I'm being transparent about this part is because also by talking to you, I hold myself accountable to those things. And then when I like post a year from now, 2 years from now, like my testimony about like what happened by being obedient in this one area, y'all can say, oh, I remember she was talking about this, right? Because the same things that's in my life right now, the same things that I have in my life right now, the same successes or victories I have in my life, these are things that I have planned and manifested by trusting myself, trusting the process, trusting God, trusting my partner, and just going for those things. And I feel like if I don't tell people the beginning, they won't believe where I'm at now. So I just like to just drag y'all along with my stories. So I just thank you for allowing me to share and be transparent. So for me, investing in your finances is so important for your future, just personal, right? And that's if you're an individual. If you're a couple, then y'all should have your individual financial goals and then your couple financial goals. If you'll have a family together, then it should be individual goals, couple goals, and family financial goals, right? So that personal investment. Personal investment on our growth. When I talk about growth, I'm talking about mental, emotional, social growth, spiritual growth. What do we need to invest in? More maybe energy towards those things. Do you lend your energy towards drama and dramaful people? Or do you set yourself aside to really work on yourself? And do you give yourself even space to feel the things that you're going through? Or are you continuing to numb yourself out? Do you give yourself time to heal from traumas or grief or loss? Do you give yourself grace? How do you grow in these areas if you don't give yourself energy to focus on you in different seasons in your life? So personal investment in your time and your energy is very important. And then money, the money that comes with personal growth, it can be upwards. It depends on, like I said, where you're at. If you have insurance, use it. So get your physical health checked out, get your mental health. If you have dental, make sure you take care of your teeth. All of this should be included. Everyone should have this. We know this is a society that we live in. It's not universal health care. So I also understand that having health care, health insurance, dental care, eye care is a luxury for so many people. And I cannot take that for granted. But if you do have health insurance, make sure you're maximizing it by using the benefits, getting the providers you need to have the healthiest life, right? Investing that. And if you have some copays, then you need to do what you have to do to make sure. Now, there are many times in this society, it's unfortunate, where people have to pick and choose their health care or food in their house. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who work and have money to be able to take care of their health, but choose to do things that may be harming themselves instead of taking good care of their health. If you have appointments, go into your appointments. If you're prescribed medicine, work with your doctor. If you don't like the medicine, work with your doctor about it. Find a different specialist. Go down a holistic path, whatever. But take your health seriously. Take your mental health seriously, whatever that means to you. Getting a therapist. I'm going to tell you right now, the way the insurance panels are laid out, most really, really good therapists, unless they're in a group practice, or in an organization, they're not taking insurance because they will not be able to feed themselves. Me included. I do not take health insurance for that reason in my private practice. Doesn't mean that you can't still initiate a therapeutic relationship. Most people have a sliding scale, including myself, right? Most people will work with your income. People who do take insurance, sometimes they waive the copay, so you don't have to pay the copay. There's so many ways. There's so many programs right now, especially around Black mental health, that give free sessions. If you work full time, most jobs offer employee assistance programs where they give you free therapy, and it may be for 3 sessions, 8 sessions, 12 sessions, 20, depending on where you work. But you have to do the work to invest in yourself to find out what resources are available to you and work within those resources. I'm not trying to go broke, try to improve yourself, because that's going to make you more stressed out. You know what I mean? So finding your resources, see what's available for you, work within the systems that's available to you, understand your barriers, understand your limitations, but don't let that hold you back. Work within the systems you have in place to have the best life and to continue to invest in yourself. So that's the easiest said and done. Excuse me. And for love, personal investment on love. For me, I was always a hopeless romantic, like since a little girl. Like Disney ruined me. Disney ruined me. Disney princesses, all the stories ruined me. So for me, a personal investment to love is always have a hopeful heart. I always have a hopeful heart. Always keep a hopeful heart, not just in romance, but in friendship and family. You know, to have a hopeful heart, understanding that God will bring people in my life and God will take people out my life, and I will appreciate all those people for what they offer me, what lesson. You know, sometimes it's tests, sometimes it's victories, you know, and sometimes it's just somebody who just came in and changed and transformed my whole life that I wasn't ever going to keep. You know, like my friend Rosalind Lee. She was in my life just for a few, now it sounds like a few short years, but she transformed my whole life. And some people, we meet like that, and we're blessed to have them for a short time, whether they're still living or not. And you have these beautiful memories with them, and then it's time to let them go. And that is personal growth, to understand that everyone is not meant to stay and everyone can't stay, right? But always having a hopeful heart that you will experience that again. And I have really deep friendships, really deep sisterhoods, and so many lovely people I've met over the years while I've known her and since she's been gone. And that's been such a blessing. But if we have this mentality, you know, women 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, I hear people say, I'm not making no new friends. I don't need no new friends. Like, your heart is not hopeful that another person will love you of the same sex or opposite sex correctly again. You know, you may have got burnt or hurt by one friend, one family member, you know, one ex, and say, like, I'm cutting that part of my heart out. I'm not letting no one hurt me again. But you will never find true love, true friendship, true sisterhood, if you don't open up your heart and be hopeful that someone will find you and someone will love you correctly, whether in friendship, sisterhood, or romance. So how do you invest in yourself? Number one, I will always say therapy. Therapy was my friend. Therapy is still my friend. I love being a therapist. I love my therapist. that helps you with learning how to put personal investments in love. And then time. You have to invest time to find people. You have to have time to find friends. You know, I'm really excited this weekend. I go with my new friend. We're going to Baltimore together, our first trip together. And we're going to the Vegan Soul Fest. And I'm so excited. And if she sees this video, I'm going to say, hi, Tiff. See you on Saturday. But she reached out to me. I knew her through Facebook. I met her one time in person years and years ago. And we followed each other on Facebook. And then she just like, hey, you want to go to lunch? And I was like, okay. I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago. You want to go to lunch? I'm like, sure, okay. She took time to open her heart to try to get to know me. And I took time to drive, spend time with her and get to know her, and investing in ourselves to get to know someone new and finding new friendships, and not saying like, I don't know her, I don't want to know her, I don't know what she has for me, or I don't know what she, if you come in with that mentality, you're never going to make new friends. So, for me, it's important that you invest time into friendships and sisterhoods and family. And if you're single and looking to mingle, you need to make time to meet high caliber people, right? Most people do, like, I've seen a survey that says most people now meet their partners at work. I met Walter at work. Dating apps, through mutual friends, which was like the top. I think it was the top was mutual friends, then work, then dating apps, then church, and I forgot what the other ones, bars and restaurants, whatever. So that means you gotta be out and about to meet your person. If you close yourself off and say, I'm not gonna meet anybody, you're not going to meet anybody. But if you say your person is out there and I'm going to continue to look and leave myself available, work on myself in the process, so when they're ready, you be ready, and leave yourself open. So investing in your love life would mean putting yourself out there in whatever form that you feel most comfortable. Becoming approachable, but not a pushover. Whether it's friendships, new friends, or new partnership, right? And then finally, personally investing love with your family is just building those strong connections, especially with your children. And sometimes we may not have seen it as a child. And some of us grew up in really big, loving families. Like my family was big, loving, did a whole lot of stuff together, barbecues and parties, and celebrated a lot of things. So those positive things I can bring to my family, and some of the negative things I'm not going to bring to my children. But that's also me personal investment, right? It's saying like, I want to love my children correctly. I want to love my family, the ones I consider family, correctly. I want to have healthy boundaries with my relatives that don't treat me as I am their family. And I recognize the difference between relatives and family. Leave myself open to new friendships. And not just being okay with anyone calling me a friend, but really testing what does that mean to be considered a friend or a sister friend, which is deeper friendship. And then romance. To understand that if people want you, guy or girl, they will make themselves available to you if they want you. If they desire you, you will know they desire you. If they want a future with you, you would know. And a lot of times we waste a lot of time making things work. Making things work with people who do not want to invest that same time and energy in you, whether it's friends or relationship. or even, you know, personal development in a job. Sometimes we try to make things work on a job and it doesn't work, right? Because they're not valuing you and you're just working so hard to be valued, right? So it's important as we healing that we take time out to invest in the healing process by making sure that we are investing into our finances, our love, our growth, and our knowledge. I almost forgot the last one. Knowledge. So everybody, thank you for seeing this today, jumping on here with me. If you are watching this on replay, hashtag replay, so I can know what time you're watching. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you for the next Motivational Monday next Monday. Bye.